What is going on, YouTube family? Welcome back to Ginger Mourinho TV for another episode of the Chelsea Chat. In this week's Chelsea Chat, we look forward to the FA Cup clash with Wolves. Chelsea ahead to Molineux this weekend, hoping there'll be no FA Cup magic when we take on Wolves. But sadly, Wolves have had a lot of FA Cup magic of their own this year, beating Liverpool away and Stoke away respectively, while Chelsea have beaten Peterborough 4-1 and Brentford 4-0. From the Wolves point of view, I think they have a good chance this weekend. I said this last week about Burnley when I predicted the 1-1, but Wolves are at home this weekend. They have the magic of the FA Cup behind them, already knocking out two Premier League sides, and the home crowd will be absolutely buzzing for this one. And most importantly, in my point of view, it's a night game, because with a night game, right, when you wake up, you're not heading straight to the game. It builds, and it builds. The excitement builds with every drink, every mile that you take to the ground. The excitement just builds, and then once it hits half-5, the accumulation of the passion just explodes, and it'll be quite a great match to watch. In my opinion, this is probably one of the biggest games of the weekend in English football, just because I think there could be a massive chance for an upset. Wolves have already done it this weekend. Sorry, not that I've already done it this season, while Chelsea have destroyed the magic of the FA Cup in some lower league oppositions, which is hopefully going to go in our favour. Wolves this year haven't been too great in the league though. They are 18th and 6 points off the bottom three. To be honest, I don't think that's going to affect their gameplay too much in the FA Cup, because it certainly hasn't this season already. They've been absolutely flying, winning two Premier League teams away already. So really Wolves are going into a good strength from this. Now Chelsea will probably make a lot of changes. Ones I expect to see are the usual ones that we saw from the Brentford game: Ake, Michy Batshuayi, Begovic, Terry, and Cesc Fabregas. Now Michy Batshuayi. I really hope he comes to fruition in this game, because in the past couple of FA Cup games I felt like he's held onto the ball for too long. He just hasn't done things the simple way, his simple way. As in, my simple way is, controlling it and moving it on. His simple way is maybe, just taking it maybe a couple of less touches and going for goal, because he is a striker. He's just holding on to the ball too long, looking to link up players, looking to do fancy stuff. Let that come to your game as you build your confidence in the Premier League and English football. That will surely come to your game if you're good enough for this league. I did call him crap in the last game against Brentford that he played, because he was, and hopefully he'll prove me wrong this weekend and change his form against Wolves. My prediction, I literally tugged and pulled at my prediction strings, my journalistic strings, my Chelsea strings all night last night while I was doing up my notes. I'm not even kidding, as in it was so hard to predict the game, as I said, from the points I made earlier on. I have gone for a 2-0 Chelsea. I was thinking a 3-1 Chelsea, a 1-1, and we'll take it back to Stamford Bridge. But I have just gone for the 2-0 Chelsea, because especially after the Burnley game, I don't think Conte will take any more nonsense that happened from the Burnley game. It was just absolute. It wasn't the Conte way, and I presume if Conte saw that type of performance from any side, he'd give them a right bollock and reset them to go for the next game the next weekend. As I said, my prediction for the game is a 2-0 win for Chelsea. That is it for another episode of the Chelsea Chat. As always, guys, remember to give a video a thumbs up, share it around on your social media networks, and remember, subscribe.